with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Wednesday night from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on the street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079 or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember, every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7:05 p.m. live on the street 919 FM.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Wow. Doggy look a boy. Doggy look a boy. After election, all the bone gone. So come and touch it. Don't look so shocked. Don't just watch it. Doggy song.
Just about 9 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock, I want to say good afternoon to each and everyone again. Don't worry, I know we were off YouTube a few seconds there. The technical team was doing some stuff on the YouTube, so we are back on the inside on YouTube as well. All right? No, I did not. But we're gonna get that. I could still play the voice notes, so I'm here for now. All right? I am very, very young, green. I'm in my pamper stage with this political arena. All right?
I want to let you know you're not.
I am
graduated. You're in
still,
secondary school now.
I still put myself in pamper stage, and here why I'm going with this. If I'm in pamper stage, and a few years ago, our said Prime Minister raised a document in Parliament and made some very serious allegations. And they call it something like email gate or something like that.
Right.
Right? And I'm yet to see anything after this whole gate was open, close, open, close, open, close. And they walked away with a whole election.
Correct.
Right? After that, right? It is very sad to see that these kind of allegations, this is very serious, Trinidad and Tobago, for our Prime Minister to go into the Parliament, have parliamentary privilege, and make statements like that, and making open statements. He didn't name a church or the organization that is. He didn't name one person that is in this thing who doing the shipping of the ammunition and the arms. He did not name one person from the SSA that is that is linked to this whole fiasco. Right? He just went there and make some very strong statements about people that is or had the plan to overthrow the government of Trinidad and Tobago, all through the SSA, right? And for a man who is very educated, for a man who is the head of the Security Council, right? National Security Council, and even having this kind of information, I would thought that the Prime Minister would have been more sensible than to just come and talk something like that in Parliament and take it to the right authorities and let people get locked up. Right? I would have said to myself that something, if I go in the road and talk something like that, the police gonna come for me heavy and ask me which part if I go on a live, if I do a Facebook live heavy, and I make these kind of allegations, and the police are reached by my door, then something wrong. But heavy, this is a call for this information supposed to be in the hands of the right people. All know the busting down door, shaking down. We supposed to hear who is this organization that got shaken down last night. They went and searched to find, well, here what? Hey, we went and searched. We wanted to see all they was stockpiling guns. Heavy, this is really, and we have people in this country that will say that, yeah, Prime Minister, yes, bust the mark. What mark? What mark, Heavy? Heavy, what mark? See? That is just like me coming here and saying, you know, it has a man up by me. I ain't saying who it is. It has a man up by me. Yeah, the tall one, Heavy. You know the tall one? You know yourself. Yeah. Right, the tall one, right? I know all they was plotting to kill the neighbor. I know. Yeah. I know all they was plotting to kill the neighbor. I get information. And all they was going on, all they was storing the gun in the pink house. Yeah. You know the pink house down the road I'm talking about? Yeah. Heavy. By the old lady know. I ain't saying that, no, but she know who. The old lady know. Heavy, how we could do that in this country? In 2024, Heavy. Heavy, I called here and said, that they know that Gary Griffith is a threat going up in that area that he chose to go up in there, right? They know that Gary Griffith is going to shake some feathers. So what they're trying to do, put Gary out of the race? Heavy, this is a very serious allegation, Anna.
No, TC, I just want to put my 10 cents in, right? I get to, well, I know you say you was a baby in this, right?
Right.
Based on my political experience, I consider myself to be a guru.
Right.
Right? This doesn't surprise me.
Wow.
I was waiting on this distraction and this red herring thrown out there based on all the talk everybody was talking about the government trying to sell the refinery to the East Indian businessman.
Right.
Right? And they need something to show off to the public. And to me, this is a very good distraction and have everybody talking about this now. This is a normal thing the PNM does do. And this is another thing the Prime Minister does also do. Going to Parliament where you have parliamentary privilege, throw a set of allegations, make up a set of things and they talk about it and everybody going off on it and everybody talking about it. We actually doing what they want us to do.
Yeah,
right?
but this is something
the intentions is not to lock up nobody or to get behind the whole situation what they talk about in Parliament. If the intention was that, they would have locked up people already. They lock up Christmases for going on in the ghetto and flaming the fellas and them who talking about what going on in the country. And they lock up presidential. So the men and them who threaten to take over the country, they lock it. They lock up.
They're supposed to lock up the prime minister for getting information like this and go and talk it in parliament. That's what they're supposed to do heavy.
Correct.
And that's the truth.
If you have that kind of information,
if you have that kind of information, then you have to come and talk it for bacchanal in parliament.
He can talk it there because he has parliamentary privilege there. He would not come out of there. That why country said that. He will not come out of there. This is a big distraction. You understand?
Wow.
And that is in my that is my humble opinion. So I know you guys waiting for the interview.
Yeah, we wanna make that call.
We wanna make that call right now.
We wanna make that call
and
now.
Get on the phone line the former minister of National Security and the former Commissioner of Police, Uncle Gary.
Yeah, we want to say good afternoon going out to the former Commissioner of Police, as I said just now, and the former Minister of National Security as well. Good afternoon to you, the Honorable. I'll put Honorable in front of your name because anytime I speak to this man, I am telling you, I feel very honored to have the opportunity of having a conversation with
Good afternoon.
Mr. Griffith, good afternoon to you.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Feel free to call me Gary.
All right.
Yes. So, Gary, good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
Your name seems to be up in the air again with this SSA thing.
Yeah, that's normal. Listen, I'm getting an echo, a big echo, but I'm speaking. I'm hearing myself a couple seconds after.
Oh, yeah, let's have a couple. All right. What we're going to do? We having that problem with that phone line. We're going to call on the next phone line.
Just now. All right, right.
Okay,
So I think it's sorted out there now.
Yeah, we technician come and did something there. You hear it better now?
It's good. Yep, it's good now.
Right, great.
Good. Right.
So, Heavy, you go ahead.
So, Mr. Griffith, I have a lot to ask. I have a lot to say. So, I want to find out, based on the allegations that the Prime Minister put forth in Parliament yesterday on this whole situation, to me, this is well, based on what he's saying, is a crisis in the country because he's speaking like some people are plotting to take over the country, and we're looking like at a second 1990 based on what he's saying, right, and all the allegations he's putting forth. And here it is, your name is being called with regards to high-powered weapons again and ammunition that based on what do you call it? The investigation that they did into the SSA or the you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I don't know the word not seem to come to my mouth right now, but you have an idea what I'm talking about. What it is really going on with regards to this guy?
Sure. This is what is the Keith Rowley is the allegation man and the audit man. What the PNM they've understood now is that all you need to do is to hire people, probably that you know well, pay them big taxpayers' money, call them investigators, do an audit. Remember, they've done audit as it pertains to the Auditor General. They want to do an audit with firearms. They want to do an audit with myself with procurement. They want to do an audit with the SSA. That is what they do. So the PNM's playbook now is to do an audit. So it's the audit government, do an audit, hire the persons who they may know, pay them big money, and then the persons now write things, and all that is written, it is alleged, it is rumored, and we have heard. So let's look at the first one with firearms. Keith Rowley he continues to be a pathological liar, because to state, and again, this is Gary Griffith being quoted, not 91.9, so let him, because I have been caught on several matters because of his blatant lies. So, and that is why, when it is I went to court over him doing the audit, you do an audit and never had the persons who did the audit are so incompetent or politically biased, they never contacted me. And that's where the court said, wait a minute, under natural justice, how you could do an audit and the person in charge of the organization he never spoke to. Wow. So that is the nonsense that they have done, which is why and I had no issue with them speaking outside. But Keith Rowley, like the coward that he is, wanted to go to Parliament to read out a report by hiring civilians, call them investigators, and write what you wanted them to put. And listen to this, Trinidad and Tobago. What he has stated yesterday, one, he said that persons receive firearms who are involved in domestic violence matters. That is a lie, because your wife has to sign to give approval. And if it is, if it is not a lie, why were these weapons not seized by these individuals and call the names of the individuals who got these weapons in an unethical manner because of the domestic violence? 2, he then stated that persons committed criminal offenses and got firearms. That also is a lie because you must get a certificate of character. And if they beat the system, then why don't you call the name of the person and take back the firearm? 3, he then stated that persons got firearms and the firearms were semi-automatic and it was changed to automatic. That is a lie because had that been done, that is a criminal offense. So the person should not have just have the weapon seized, but also be arrested. 4, he then stated that persons stated that they paid big bribe money to get firearms. If that is the case, and this was an official audit by persons who were paid by the state, get the names of the individuals who said that, arrest them, and charge the persons who accepted the bribe. So these 4 things shows the man is a liar because up to now he can't call one name, he cannot, not one person has been arrested and not one firearm has been seized based on any of his allegations yesterday. So that has always been the concept of Pete Rowley now. Allegations and then use that in the hope that you could smear the character of others. It is not working. The people, the whole, if you look at some of the daily media houses with these articles, 100% of persons say, oh God, Rowley, get off of it. So you are stating that all of these things happen, and up to now, 3 years later, the state hired Stanley Jokey John. The man said it was a massive, well-oiled criminal enterprise. And 3 years later, not one person has been convicted, not one person charged, but it's a massive, well-oiled criminal enterprise. They keep pushing that. How something can be so massive, well-oiled, and you can't charge one person as yet based on these reports? So it shows the whole factor. He then stated that I was giving out too many firearms. Total nonsense. I issued 2,000 firearms a year. 1,000 to civilians and 1,000 to law enforcement officials, past and present, because of their lives being at risk. That means that giving out 2,000 firearms a year, there were 25,000 outstanding applications. So had I continued on that path, it meant that it would have taken 12 years to deal with the persons who had still applied. Not talking about the others who would have applied during the other 12 years. That is what you see as being too much. So, and again, nothing I did was illegal, unethical, or against the law. Previous commissioners, because they issued 300 or 500 a year, and I issued 2,000 a year, that makes me a bad person? No. It showed that I was efficient, I was effective, I did my job. Because other commissioners before and after me were too lazy and incompetent not to bury their head in work to be able to clear the backlog.
I don't want to cut you across there. But I have been saying on this radio station that, and I'm glad that you went there. I've been saying on this radio station that Gary is the commissioner that, hello? Mr. Griffith? I think he hung up, or I don't know if let me see if we could get him back. Wow, it looked like that's not good. Let me see if I can get him on the other.
On the next line.
Yeah, let me see if I can get him on the other line. Oh, he's calling us back. He's calling us back.
Yeah, I don't know. We just got cut off there.
Yes, I apologize for that. I have been saying this time and time again when they speak about how much thousands of arms and ammunition and how much thousands of ammunition in this country. I have said it. I said Gary Griffith had done enormously well when it came to giving out firearm license heavy. Didn't I say that?
Yes.
And if he did more, because you are saying you did 2,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
When other police commissioner doing 300, right? That's
25,000 people waiting.
That's 1,700 more than what another commissioner did, right?
Right.
Correct.
Think about it. Then the ammunition for this, for the dance people out there, you have to bring in more ammunition. Not so. Am I wrong or right?
Because they had to give it for
Because you did. So the dance people, when they come on the radio and they're saying, but look, the Prime Minister say Gary do how much thousands and millions of dollars in ammunition, police commissioner, and that requires more ammunition. All right?
Well, and Jeremy, so to clarify that as well, in that 1,700, half of that were for police officers, soldiers, sailors, prisons, customs officers, immigration officers, past and present, whose lives were at risk.
Yes,
You have a problem because of
being targeted.
And then
Correct.
and Mr. Griffith, to even go deeper, that is a little bit. When you split up 1,000 between police, army men, prisons, you said custom officers, past and present, that you ain't do nothing there.
Yeah, I was giving out 1,000 a year out of over, I think it's about 17 to 20,000 who needed it. Yeah. 1,000 a year, and that is seen as a lot. And let me continue. And the other 1,000 were to civilians out of an application list of over 25,000. So as I said, it would have taken 12 years to clear the backlog. So because commissioners before me were lazy, incompetent, and not doing their job, you see what I am doing as being a problem.
Yeah.
And let me add, so in the 6,000 or 7,000 that I issued in that 3 years, not one was lost, not one was stolen, not one was used for a crime during my 3-year period. Whilst the other commissioners before and after me, in the 300 to 500 they issued, you had persons losing their firearms, having negligent discharges, and using it for a crime. So it has nothing to do with increasing the number. I put such a stringent measure to ensure the right persons received it. What happened before? It was selected to their good friends and associates who were not qualified and should not have received it. So you're issuing 300 to 500 a year, but you're getting all type of reports of it being lost, being stolen, people putting out a gun in nightclubs and all of that. I was putting out 5 times more, and you were not getting a report on that. So it meant that I was doing the right thing. And that is where people do not understand. Additionally, when Keith Rowley continued to mislead the country saying 70,000 firearms came into the country and whatever, if it is, gentlemen, that I am issuing 2,000 a year, it meant that if these firearm dealers bought in 70,000 firearms, it would have taken 35 years to sell those firearms. So the lies by Keith Rowley is mind-boggling. Where are you getting 70,000? Because no firearm dealer will bring in firearms knowing that it will take 35 years. After about 5 years, those weapons are outdated. Yeah. So you're not going to bring in. So the lies about 70,000 firearms came in and all of that. And now I could actually go now to the SSA situation.
No, before I go SSA, Gary,
yes.
for educational purposes, explain what is the SSA and what purview they fall under, if they fall under the Ministry of National Security or they fall under the Police Service, or what is the SSA for people? Because a lot of people talking SSA, and they don't know what is the SSA. So you explain.
Yes, certainly, yes. So to close off on the firearms, again, to Trinidad and Tobago, in my issue, not one was lost, not one was stolen, not one was used for a crime. Keith Rowley has hidden in Parliament like a coward and as a little baby, and has stated that persons had criminal offences, persons were abusing their wives, persons were changing it to automatic, and persons were paying bribes. But yet you cannot call one name. Not one of these weapons have been seized based on that, and not one person has been arrested. Keith Rowley has misled the country again. So I am calling out Keith Rowley. Call the names of the people who did all these things. Why these weapons have not been seized by Earl Christopher, and why has no one been arrested? So that shows Keith Rowley has failed again with this email gate part 2. When we go to the SSA, Strategic Services Agency, the SSA equates with the CIA. So the nonsense being spoken about to Keith Rowley that why would these people have these type of weapons? The SSA has weapons for years, from directors before Roger Best. The directors will have a FUL, and persons will have an FUEC that they will be carrying and using weapons on behalf of the SSA. You want an intelligence agency to be going in volatile areas 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning and not have a weapon to protect themselves because they're intelligence gathering? The SSA is not a macro agency. These individuals are persons who actually go on the ground. They have to be in all type of areas, in hotspot areas, to get information and turn into intelligence to give to the law enforcement operational agencies. And that's why they've always had weapons. Additionally, it was the PNM government that handed over Kamuto Barracks to the SSA. Kamuto Barracks was previously under the Special Anti-Crime Unit, which was a PNM anti-crime unit. There were hundreds upon hundreds of weapons, hundreds of thousands of wrongs. Eddie Dillon handed over the whole of Kamuto to the SSA. In Kamuto, they had hundreds of firearms belonging to the army and to the police. So the SSA took full control. What Keith Rowley has not stated is what he said the SSA had 100,000 wrongs. He has not stated that if SSA is in charge of Kamuto and the police and the army go to Kamuto on a regular basis to train, they will need ammunition. So the SSA was the custodian guarding the ammunition for the use of the police and the defense force in their training at Kamuto barracks. Additionally, this man, and to everybody who's a Catholic, a Hindu, a Muslim, anybody in a religious organization, I find that the religious organizations are very quiet on this. This man has demonized people because they are religious. That is all that he has said, you know. Because 8 persons out of 400 in the SSA are God-fearing persons who are in a religious body. He has demonized them as if it is an evil thing to be God-fearing. It is an evil thing to worship your God. And that is what he has done. Because by referring to these people as a cult, he has tried to Jim Jones these people. Wow. And that, I think, is very unfair, especially when everyone who he speaks about were fully polygraphed and they all passed the polygraph tests. So on what grounds do you have to state that they were involved in a cult, they were involved in a terrorist attempt, and they were involved in a coup attempt? Because what he has said cannot, I ask every religious organization, I ask every law-abiding citizen, understand what this man has said. We cannot afford for this to go unnoticed, because he has now made a damning accusation of the 28 persons fired were instrumental in a coup d'etat, in a plot to destabilize the country and overthrow the government. Call their names, arrest them. You can't say there was a coup to overthrow the government and no one is being arrested. It shows that if there is such a coup and no one is arrested, your Minister of National Security will be fired immediately, as is done in any non-banana republic country. So you're saying there's a coup, there's a plot to destabilize the government, and you still can't find the person, you don't have enough information to arrest them. It means that your minister has failed. And that is where this whole thing is. What Keith Rowley has done is Emailgate Part 2. He has now made a damning accusation with no evidence, no witnesses, no data, nothing at all, but it is a report that I have based on allegations. And we are going to accept this. This man has virtually turned the law-abiding citizens who are polygraphed, church-going people, turned them into terrorists. And if it is true, I am not here to defend Roger Best, the pastor, anybody, you know. Arrest the persons, charge them for it, but you're not arresting anybody, you're not charging anybody, just like the FULs, but you continue to say who thief, who corrupt, who's a crook, and who's a terrorist.
Wow.
Gary, you said it all. You said it all. What I want to find out from you before you leave, before we come off the phone, because I know a lot of people are waiting to call in and to talk about what you just said. But what I want to find out from you, in your personal opinion, the police service has taken a hit and it's now being, how I go put it, now being the laughing stock of the nation, seeing that the abundance of murders and home invasions and crime and kidnapping come back and all these things happening right now. And it seems that the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right, put all their faith in this new commissioner, and by renewing her contract for another additional year or so, and then to add insult to injury, she now take hire a former commissioner of police who also had failed, you understand, and bring him and paid him absorbent amount of money to advise her. What do you think about that?
Well, again, I had no issue with Stephen Williams willing to give support, but to charge the state $50,000 when the state has done so much for you in the training, the experience, the qualifications that you would have acquired as a to be a commissioner. You should be doing that on behalf of the country, which is what I offered to do to Keith Rowley, and he foolishly declined, even though during my period as a minister, it was the highest reduction in serious crime in 31 years. As a commissioner, it was the highest reduction in violent crime in 17 years. He rejected it. So he basically said, look, if the country drowns in blood, I'm not taking advice from Gary Griffith. So Earl Christopher brings someone who actually had public trust and confidence in the police was 14% under Stephen Williams. Public trust and confidence in the police is 8% under Earl Christopher. And you have refused to speak to Gary Griffith, where I was able to get public confidence and trust of 59%. And let me tell you, Stephen Williams and Earl Christopher, they are not bad people. What they are, not everybody could be a Rambo or James Bond or Jason Bourne. Stephen Williams and Earl Christopher are governing, cane carrying office persons in an air-conditioned unit administrators. They are good administrators. What is lacking now with the police is operations, tactics, strategy, law enforcement, hard targeting, high visibility, rapid response, intelligence gathering, predictive policing, intelligence-driven policing. All those things I just spoke about, Earl and Stephen Williams do not have a clue how to do those things. And even it showed in their results when they went up for commissioner with myself, and I got way more points than all of them. And because they are not tactically sound. And one of the main things, may I add, there's a lot I could say, but I just want to add this one point. One of the main things that caused that massive reduction while I was commissioner was the interaction with the public. Yeah. I utilized technology such as 482 Gary, such as online reporting, such as the police app. The police app had over 485,000 hits. It was the most popular app in the country. People were sending information to the police, advising us of what is happening, letting us know who are the rogue elements in the police, tipping us off, telling us who's about to put a hit on a prison officer. So the Special Operation Response Team would have utilized that information through the social media monitoring unit and immediately intercepted vehicles with weapons about to kill prison officers, police officers, kidnap people, and so forth. You shut down the 482 Gary, you shut down the police app, you shut down the online reporting because you did not want to have the... And instead, what you have replaced it with is the Fred Flintstone Jurassic Park 4 putting a mailbox in a police station for people to drop a recommendation.
Wow.
Who in this modern time will type a letter, put it in an envelope, and drop it in a mailbox? We were getting more reports and information from 482 Gary in one day than we were getting all of the police boxes for a year. Because people understand, in this era of technology, I don't have time to type a letter, put it in an envelope, go to a police station and drop it in a drop box.
Exactly.
Earl Christopher and her advisor, Stephen Williams, have shut down all of the systems that allow the public to give information to the police without any fear of reprisal and replaced it with putting a drop box. That is the level of incompetence. So it has nothing to do with the police officers. They on the ground are good, hard-working officers. And as I said, these were the same officers that public trust and confidence was 59%. After I left, you shut down everything, and now it is 8%.
Gary, before you leave, right? I had a caller here last week, and I know he's an ardent listener. I know he's listening this evening because he's an ardent listener to the program. And his argument was, Gary, do have no statistics on performance, right? And I know you do because you said it right here on a previous program. I would like you to reiterate on what you said just now, which was public confidence, where the murder rate was, where all the statistics when you were there and before you were there. If you could give us
that man, he is obviously the most clueless person and does not likely listen to data. When in 2018, when I applied for the position as Commissioner of Police, I acquired 82%. I defeated Earl Christopher and Stephen Williams in the mock media conference, in the operational plan, in the role fit, in the interview, everything. I got 30% more than Earl Christopher. In 2021, I got 94% to Earl 74%. In my annual assessments by the Police Service Commission, in 72 or 73 out of 75, they were all graded very good or excellent. Like then, when you look at crime statistics, in my last year, after I had to transform the police service, it took me a year and a half to do so. Every single violent crime was reduced by over 35%. It was the highest reduction in violent crime in 17 years. And additionally, when it is you measure so you measure performance based on crime statistics, you measure performance based on how the public perceives you, and you also look at how the public sees the police service. Those are the three angles to measure the performance of the commissioner. Under the public's measuring my performance, it was 89% of the country were comfortable with me, wanted me to remain or had no issue. It was the highest public trust and confidence the public ever had of anyone in the public service. Keith Rowley is in his 40s, and that's what caused his jealousy problem. Earl Christopher is in probably 20s or 10s. And then also, the next one you look at is public trust and confidence in the police service. Under my watch, public trust and confidence was 59%. Under Stephen Williams, it was 14%. Under Earl Christopher, was 8%. The data is there from the Police Service Commission whilst my performance was being measured, whilst I was being examined and assessed to be Commissioner of Police based on the perception of the public as me as Commissioner of Police, based on the public perception as how they saw the police service, and also based on the crime statistics statistics. Tell him to put that in his pipe and smoke it.
Final question, Gary, before you go. Do you think the bail amendment bill will bear fruit?
No. Come on, Evie.
Well, again, the problem with it is that if it is that police officers do not turn up in court, I put up a comprehensive system to ensure, because what was happening is persons were not turning up in court. And I was able to reduce by 92% police absenteeism in court. That is one of the 72 to 73 excellent and very good I got from the Police Service Commission. In contrast to what that jokey guy said about not measuring my performance and being assessed.
Yeah, but so, even before that, Gary, even before that, you have to have a detection rate. This will only this will only work when it reaches the court. This bail amendment bill will only reach when it reaches the court. Right now,
people are not catch.
Correct.
You having triple, quadruple murder. You having children killing, people getting killed in front of the station, people getting killed behind Bedford Street Station, people getting killed in front of the school in Belmont, the Gloucester Lodge, and you're not hearing
nobody getting locked up.
Nobody getting locked up. Right?
So unless somebody is held, you can't use the bail amendment bill. You're correct.
Then the bail amendment bill is a toothless dog, right? Because nobody is getting locked up.
Yeah. And again, there's also that deterrent. So as I said, because of the easy access the public had to Gary Griffith, whether it's 482 Gary, online reporting, or the police app, every police officer decided to stay in their lane, not abuse their authority, not drive on the shoulder, not put on a blue light, not curse at people and threaten them while they're on a roadblock, because they know that somebody could just text 482 Gary and they're in trouble. Right. That is what has now caused the problems. Rogue elements in the police service, I was able to reassign persons. They put them right back in the same area to control the same drug block, to go back in the same area now to allow criminal activity in the places that they were doing it. And all of that has caused the problem. And again, as I said, when the public will inform the police, there's no such thing as the perfect crime. Somebody knows somebody is going to commit a crime, or somebody committed it. Yeah. They will send a message to me at 482 Gary. I will contact the boys. But it is you saw a few moments later. That was not by magic. It was because the police the people will be telling me, hey, these three fellas have an illegal firearm somewhere. So even the criminals started backing down because they realized anywhere they went, somebody is going to target them. Text 482 Gary, put something online, put on online reporting, and they will be targeted. The gang members had a degree of respect because I put order. It has all been removed. And thanks to Keith Rowley. So that's not to blame the PNM. I have the whole of respect for PNM and its supporters. Keith Rowley has destroyed the country by the things I put in place. So if Trinidad and Tobago, you want to make Trinidad and Tobago safe again, remember Gary Griffith and the NTA in the next election.
All right. Thank you very much, Gary.
Are you still willing to help us with the crime situation?
Definitely, and that is why I was willing to tell Keith Rowley, I am not here to play the politics. If I could assist you in trying to stop one murder, one kidnapping, one rape, I would have done my job as a citizen and a patriot of this country. Keith Rowley decided to say, I don't care if it is that you can assist in one less person being killed, kidnapped, or raped. How could you think of this person being a prime minister? He does not care. You know why? Because when he goes on the golf course, he has more security around him than all the security guarding everybody in Digo Martin, Carnage, Pitty Valley, and Port of Spain on a daily basis.
Well, Gary, we want to thank you for your time and thank you so much. I hope we can get you on here again in the future. Anytime we can get a call and talk about the issues, okay?
Sure, gentlemen. Future, what I could do, I could also take the callers, because I know the callers will come now and talk nonsense, and it wouldn't give me the opportunity to clarify the lies. And sometimes, you know, that there are biased PNM people that just would not want to face the truth. They cannot handle the truth.
Well, I could assure you.
You gotta worry about
see the guy that is sitting behind here, you have never met this guy. This is TC speaking to you. We don't allow, I will not invite somebody into my home and let the neighbor throw stone at them. You don't have to worry about that, right? If they have their contribution to make respectively, I would make it. Anytime they come here with foolishness, they know I'm not going to encourage that. So you don't have to worry about that. You can rest assured, put the radio on 919 FM as you do your afternoon duty and listen into the rest of the program, all right?
Sure, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Yes. That's not this kind of program. We don't do that here. You understand? We don't play the attack game and nobody can call here and bash our guests.
If you want to debate Gary, what he said, you can debate. Come with your facts.
And we will call him back.
Yeah.
Come with your facts and we will call him back.
Yeah.
You understand? He's ready to take our phone call. Other than that,
Don't come here with your nonsense.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome, gentlemen. Well, I had my day. I was filled. I haven't eaten, but I am filled. Gary Griffith is a commissioner that I courtesy to. I have never heard anyone on this phone. I heard the woman before calling in and bashing him. He is no good. Gary Griffith's personal life is none of my business. Absolutely none.
Yeah.
I compliment him 200% for what he did to this country. His other personal life is none of my business.
No, but you see that caller there, darling, if you listen to her, she came in with her anger one time, you know.
Yeah.
She started to talk about Gary and Kamala, and then Gary Griffith is no good, and she's trying to sell this, that she know Gary personally, and Gary's no good, and I am trying to calm her down to have a conversation with her, but she couldn't even have that conversation.
Give me a break. Give me a break. I lived abroad, and I had 4 children here. And my mind was at peace when Gary Griffith came in to be a commissioner. Before I was buying up papers out there every minute. What is wrong with these people? They are too ungrateful, and that is why Trinidad is going through this whatever. Because ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft. I have never heard one iota member of parliament or whoever say, well, he did a good job. You hire him to be a commissioner. He did his job.
Yeah, he did his job.
Exemplary.
And he did his job. He did his job with the most passion you could get in Trinidad.
With flying colors.
With flying colors. When you hear Gary outside.
Please.
And he give it the statistics.
Exactly.
And just imagine this man, you know what hurt me in this whole interview? This man said he's still willing to save one life, to save one kidnap victim, one murder victim, and a prime minister telling us
you rather dead.
You rather dead.
He's not interested.
He's not interested in this man. Okay, you don't want to give him a work? You don't want to give him a job? The man is willing to give his services just
for free. For free.
And according to Gary, he not hand him out.
Exactly.
He don't probably even need their salary.
Right. Thank you so much for your call, darling.
Him, and I wish that he will find his way back in Trinidad to control the crime. That's the only.
I pray the same.
Yeah, I pray the same way. The other things is none of my concern.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
One more reason to vote for this government.
Thank you so much.
That's all. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye. Hi. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Brother TC and Brother Heavy.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
UNC and proud. No, the Captain Gary, I would like to tell him good evening and to let the listening public know a man with passion and really care about people. Ask them to go back one Christmas Eve when he came to a place down in South and met a young man and lift his spirit. And that young man was only 5 years old, who thought so highly about Captain Gary Griffith then at that time. And when he had performed and all the things with the children in Penal when they kidnapped the little 3-year-old, this little fella who Captain Gary come down in South and meet, right? That little fella had IWER. You can ask Captain about it. So let the rest of them know that Captain Gary Griffith is a man for each and everybody when it comes to his line of duty, be it police or politician. Have a nice evening.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I'm taking the calls very fast because I tell you the phone lines are crazy. Plus I have 1,000,001 voice notes to play as well. All right, so as soon as I get the call, I'm taking the calls very fast. All right, caller, good afternoon, welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, every TC and Trinidad Tobago, and good afternoon, Mr. Gary Griffith. Now, I want to say something. When all you ask, or anybody for that matter, ask Gary Griffith a question on anything concerning national security, you listen to the promptness and this man, when he will come out to answer something, Gary Griffith is very well learned. He's abreast at everything.
Yeah. He's well-rounded when it comes to national security.
Listen, if he was, as the Prime Minister said, if he had to take a lie detector test, Gary could never fail that because you know why? He ain't thinking like, you know, when you ask this commissioner something, she's very pray. The man on the ball, the man answering the question, he had the statistics in his head. He know what he's about. And I think the biggest mistake this government is making right now is not bringing back Gary Griffith as commissioner. Because you know what? You can't think of other prime minister you saying you don't want him, your other people dead. That is what you really telling the nation.
Yeah.
That is failure, boy.
All right, caller, let me take another one quickly. All right?
All right.
Thanks very much. I want to take the calls quickly because we headed to the top of the hour as
Yeah.
well. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Let me say good afternoon to you, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
And I want to say that one of the wonderful interview with the captain. And the target is Dr. Rowley. We cannot give up the target. We cannot miss the target. Because Dr. Rowley back is against the wall. Dr. Rowley know his time is near. Dr. Rowley know he's scared. He just holding on, you know. Dr. Rowley, what Dr. Rowley do there? He really rat act for Bartara and his supporters and them there, to go out there, you know. You remember, the Jara Hines and them tell the people of Laventel come down, you know. It's a dangerous thing, you know. The only person, you have it, the only person who want to have this country as a dictator is Dr. Rowley. Dr. Rowley's friend, his business partner, is where over 4 million people is running from the country. That is Venezuela. That is his body. Nicolas Maduro is his body. And he couldn't intervene. When Nicolas Maduro was trying to invade Guyana, or talking about invading Guyana from Salan, we have to call Dr. Rowley a slave catcher. We have to split that thing we talked yesterday. We have to rubbish that. We have to rubbish that. We cannot encourage that. We have to be focused, you know. What Dr. Rowley do there is really rat act for Sean Felix, for Julia Davy, and for Pastor Google, and for Daddy Voice. That's what Dr. Rowley do. These people I call, they don't care. They remind me, I must say it, these people is fanatic. And when I ask them what Dr. Rowley said, they can't explain what Dr. Rowley said. They just say what Dr. Rowley is saying. Let me tell you this country. Yesterday, what Dr. Rowley do was a coup. Yesterday, what he do, he tried to rile up his supporters in this country because he know his supporters don't like Gary. And they want to kill him politically. They know that they don't like Gary and they want to kill him politically. What Dr. Rowley do yesterday, it's worse than 1990, worse than what Al-Bakr tried. It's worse. Because as a prime minister, you going into parliament, only allegation using the parliament privilege. Come outside if you're bad, if you're a man. Come outside and say that what we do. Come out and read every outside. And then I will take a word for it. Don't hide behind and line on Gary, line on certain people in this country. Dr. Rowley will expose you. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. I does really listen a lot. And Gary Griffith is very articulate in crime fighting skills. He's very articulate in information. And if we had put who have the bigger scrotums aside, we would have 2020 policing in Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
By now.
With everything on that, we have saved a lot of lives.
We have saved a lot of lives. A lot of lives would have been saved under Mr. Griffith.
If you
blessed afternoon, brother.
Good afternoon, I great teacher of you.
Good afternoon.
Teacher of you, I don't follow me this, right? You know the parliament's going on break today, this week?
They're going to what?
Till September.
Yeah.
They're going on a break this week. So he leave the parliament and the country on this sitting, and parliament will close up this week. But what I wanted to ask Mr. Griffin, and I believe he's still listening, was to for the last time to explain to the public what he blocked Dr. Rowley from doing. It's not talking outside, it's talking in the parliament.
Mm-hmm.
And the PNM people only well, you have to hide, guys, you have to hide. He never hides nothing. Come out of the corner, come out of your platform. If you see a platform, you went up and say, who there and who live there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the platform where you come out and talk about the audit. Enjoy the evening.
Thanks
thank
very,
you
very much. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Oh, fellas.
Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let me give all you a little joke, right? I applied for FUL in 2012. Went through the full procedure. The man said, right. He said, just 3 files to go in front of the commissioner. Waiting. No call. Wait 2-3 years, no call. Hey, up comes Mr. Griffith. So I decided, well, I go check back again because he had shut down the system and then he had restarted it. When I check back, they tell me the file gone missing, but they give my file number.
Right.
If the file gone missing, how I end up with that file number? Anyhow, I go leave that day. Now, every anti, you see this word called registration and legislation. People don't know how heavy those two words are as citizens. Because registration and legislation is the catalyst for government to own anything and everything else. If you don't allow that they pass for them panmen and them, if this government go back in power, panmen might have to get license to practice pan, or bands might have to apply for license to play in competition. Watch and you go see. I go on, fellas.
All right, brother. Thank you very much.
Man, say pan, man might have to get license to play pan, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, we're heading to the top of the hour. We had a very intense and informative interview with Gary Griffith in the beginning of this hour here, and I know a lot of people want to get in, but we're going to shut down this hour now, all right? We have just about 20 seconds to go. So what I choose to do for that 20 seconds is this. See you guys in the third and final, all right?
Yep.
Chris love this song, Chris. And not Chris Sawa, but Chris Studio.
Is now they care, they start to share plenty favor. Their behavior is so concerned. First time they learn, yes.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM. As we transition into summer, we continue to talk politics, current events, entertainment, and what's trending while balancing the talk with some of your favorite tunes, both old and new. Our purpose is to keep you informed and edify you, as well as to give you food for thought on the current affairs of this nation and the world. Keep it locked to the Street 919 FM every day, all day. Our on-air numbers are 342-0081 and 466-5391. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Street 919 FM. YouTube, IWER TV.
The Street 919 FM.
Share the life. TNT. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, coolers, and let's laugh together again like we used to.
Do you remember
the big
biggest and funniest stars from different eras. The best of the best Comedy Fest. The first of 6 shows kicking off Saturday, July 6th at the Arima Velodrome, 7:30 p.m.
Masefi, it's true what I hear? That one of your husband that tried to kill you?
Yes, child, that is true, that is true. Yes, that nasty, stinking, dirty wretch, yeah? He used to put poison in my food, yes.
Wait, and how you were there?
No, well, I was smarter than he. I used to eat all my food in the living room.
Get tickets today at islandytickets.com. Michelle's Arima, Extra Food Supermarket Arima, Sangre Grande, Aranguez, Grand Bazaar, and Endeavour. Cachets, Trin City Mall, and Port of Spain. Jumbo Foods, Barataria, Barrage, Westside Supermarket, Arima, Sammy Seafood Plus, Arima. For more info, call 774-5555. The best of the best Comedy Fest. Arima Velodrome, July 6th.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
The Street 919 FM mobile app is now live. Keep in the loop with all your favorite programs. Be in the know first and carry us wherever you go. Listen and watch us live at the click of your fingertips. Download our mobile app now. Go in your favorite app store, whether it be Android or Apple, and type in The Street 919 FM.
Hey, you drink Magnum, hold the vibes and crack one. Take charge with Magnum, build the vibes with Magnum. They say all rum is that we don't deal with. Magnum is energy when you need it. Take charge anytime, anyway. When finger turn 2, it's power for days. When you crack one, take charge. And when you drink one, take charge. You need a next one, take charge. Magnum tonic wine. Oh, what is that, babe? Must be 18 years and over to consume. Drink responsibly.
We've done it again. Check out these amazing deals just for you. Always a better deal at Better Deal Supermarket. Come on down today. Don't forget to ask about our amazing in-store shopping competitions. We've always got something going on. Always aiming to please, and we never do anything less. Lots more in-store just for you. It's always a better deal. Lamppost number 50, Diet Street, Canopia. Better Deal Supermarket. It's Emancipation time again. Come join us as we commemorate 186 years of emancipation with the 2024 Pan-African Festival TT, commemorating emancipation at Ledge, Yasu Omowali Emancipation Village, Queen's Park, Savannah, from July 27th to August 2nd. Come and shop at the biggest African market in the Caribbean, where you'll find the largest collection of African-inspired art, craft, jewelry, clothing, education, materials, and food. Enjoy 6.5 days of activities for everyone, including workshops for children, entertainment, jazz, pan, tambu bambu, calypso, rapso, reggae, dancing, and drumming. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Admission free until 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., entrance fee $40. Children under 12 free. Let's meet up at the Village, July 27th to August 2nd. The Emancipation Support Committee of Trinidad and Tobago, moving forward with our heads up.
Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going. After a storm, there is a calm. Where there is darkness, light follows. Where there is evil, good overcometh. It's Conscious Talk with Steve Antoine. every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk. Conscious Talk.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Wednesday night from 7:05 p.m. to 8 p.m. live on the street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079 or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember, every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7:05 p.m. live on the street 919 FM.
Yo, this is the Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. And joining me
will be Little Mike as we discuss tips on taking you from zero health to optimum health using different protocols and techniques. Trinidad and Tobago, join us every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:35 a.m. on the street 91.9 FM for
Health Talk with Big Mike. It's not where it is, it's here it is. Boom!
Are you just tired of bad news in your communities, TV screens, and newspapers? Well, I have good news for you. Introducing Positive Corner with Naka every Tuesday from 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Highlighting young, vibrant, and future stars spreading our nation's banner across the world. Telling their story about their journey to success and overcoming the negativities that plagues our land. Come, let's sit, discuss, have a few laughs, but at the same time learn something new. Every Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. Positive Corner, where challenges are opportunities for growth.
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-4464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Small doggy, look at back way, look at highway, look at hospital. Doggy, look at boy. Doggy, look at boy. After election, all the bone gone. So come and touch it.
Good afternoon, TC and Heavy. You know that man going in Parliament to make that statement. No arrest. You that kind of detrimental allegation, right? You going in Parliament to make that. Where you have nobody can sue you. You know you have nobody have any recourse. But you're going in Parliament to do that. But the only man get arrested was Christmas list. Where do you see the charges for these people? You could charge Christmas list for this sedition, but these people planning to overthrow the country and no charges laid. But he feel people born yesterday or what? He feel he talking to PNM supporters right through. But people have sense in this country, but
TC and Heavy, this is another email gate scandal. This is accusing innocent people of uprising. That is treason, Heavy and TC. That's a treason. You understand what I'm saying? How could you accuse a religious organization of bringing in guns, right? Bringing in guns, right? And then saying that the plan to use this gun to overthrow our government. This is a serious allegation, but he used these allegations already on Email Gate, where he accused the former prime minister. They say, oh, they put a hit on our journalists. They do this and they do that. This man is grasping at straws, Heavy and TC. This man have to go, come 2025, Trinidad and Tobago. We have to vote this evil. This man is an evil man, evil, wicked. And this entire government, the entire PNM government, the evil, heartless and wicked, they have to go come 2025, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, TC, Heavy, boy, I ain't shocked what our Prime Minister, talking about, because he always lying, always lying. This man, I don't know what to say. He live in a lie, you understand? Everything he do is a lie, you understand? I think he should change his name to Rowley. Kate Rowley. Boy, I don't know what to say about you, boy. I don't know if he's a little child or if he's a big man. You always like to lie, boy. Everything was a lie with you. The email gate, all that scandal where you get Kamala out of power with. It was a big lie. So you lie your way into politics, boy. That's why Manning didn't like you, boy. You lie your way into politics, boy. Lie your way out.
Blessed love, kings and queens, V, TC, all you have to get Gary to sit down with all here. You can't have him on the phone because it have people who will want to call and ask him questions. Because I want to ask Gary Griffith, the tactics boss. You understand? The operation king, the best commissioner that I ever see. I can't talk about the rest because I'm not so old. I would like to know what happened to the Moments Later equipment, if you could rent them it, or if you could show them how to operate it or something. Please. That equipment used to help us a lot.
Good evening, TC and Heavy. I like how Mr. Gary Griffith educated us in the Komoto Army barracks with the transfer over to the SSA now. Yeah, because I didn't know about that, and I'm sure a lot of people in Trinidad and Tobago didn't know about that. So them wrongs and ammunition, Rowley coming and speaking, that just to show this man really misinforming us, because most of ammunition for the armies and them to go and train up there to do the shooting range and thing.
Mr. Gary Griffith, hats off to you. You is our boss. You earn our respect from a person who on the ground. You earn my respect. When it was in your tenure, we saw performance. Right now, we ain't seeing nothing happening. It's gunshot, pelting left, right, and shot. It's all over the place. People dying like nobody ain't care no more. Mr. Gary Griffith is really our boss. You done this country. You done this country proud. To tell you the honest truth, you did your best, and it was well worth it. I'm sorry you're not the commissioner of police no more. But you see, Yola, she's just a puppet in this game, right? So you see these PNM callers, all you all don't even bother to call and say nothing bad about this gentleman, no. Don't bother to call and say nothing. TC and Heavy, well, is a boss, a gone. TC and Heavy, Mr. Gary Griffith did his job full 100, full 100. Well after you, Mr. Gary Griffith. You could close your eye and know we accept you as a commissioner anytime. Once UNC go in power, I want Kamala to call you back out. What did I go on?
Yes, good afternoon to you, Heavy and TC. Now, I was reading a story here from 2019 by Mr. Joel Julian. 485 murders recorded under Gary's watch. Under Gary Griffith's tenure as police commissioner, so far, an estimated 485 people have been murdered. In this country's history, the murder toll in the calendar year has only ever crossed the 475 mark on 4 occasions. And there are still more than 2 weeks left until Griffiths celebrates his first anniversary as police commissioner. Right, so the murder toll was also going up under Griffith. So you see, you have to deal with the firearms, right? So I don't feel by bringing in more firearms and ammunition could solve that problem, right? Well, that's just me, right? And I didn't tell the story. Look at right here, Joel Julian. Thank you very much.
Young Dance, you get dance every day though.
I'm sorry for him.
Young Dance, you get dance every day. I try to save you, boy. Give up now, boy. You realize what you're doing is you're fighting a losing battle? Ah, Lord.
Good afternoon, TC. Good afternoon, Heavy. Rowley is an evil, wicked man. He is lie real bad. The devil, boy. We gotta get rid of this man, you know. We go dead on this man. We can't want to fight with this man, boy. This man feel could pull allegation on an election. Fire upon this evil, wicked piano and that'll go.
I hope 496 listen back your voice so turn it sounding loud.
I don't understand these people, boy. Every single time they go in parliament and they have information on this and they have information on that. And this one do this and that one do that. And up to now, 9 years, nobody ain't get locked up, nobody ain't handcuffs, nobody ain't get charged, nothing. What really going on with them, boy? They paralyzed or something, or their brain ain't functioning properly or something? God, boy, young dons, boy. That is why every single day I just have to come and say, you see all the PNM callers, boy? When they mount up all the boy, they leave the assembly plant with defective parts, you know. You understand? The quality control officer, he didn't do a good job at all. And they again all the recall at all, boy, to change them defective parts, boy. You know, something really wrong with all the boy. They come like mountain up a cortina on a Royal Saloon chassis, boy.
The man had to play that.
Oh, God.
The man saying like...
You like a mountain up a cortina on a Royal Saloon chassis, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Wow.
They come like mountain up a cortina on a Royal Saloon chassis, boy.
Oh, God, no, boy.
Yeah, somebody did recall.
Yeah, boy.
Recall.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, good evening. Welcome.
Baby.
Good evening.
Are you hearing you?
Yes, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
You know, when Gary Griffith, when Rowley had give Gary Griffith the position as police commissioner, a lot of the same callers didn't like that, you know. Them was up and in arms against Gary to teeth and nail him. What's that? Gary was the worst thing in that traitor, all kind of thing. As the poem out of that position, everybody liked Gary because of biasness. You understand? Gary Griffith is a waste of time. Gary Griffith is a desperate man right now.
Caller.
Yeah.
I need you, right, to think about what you just said. I know sometimes you speak without thinking, but I need you to think about what you just said. You said that when the Prime Minister hired Gary Griffith most of these callers didn't like him, you know. That way I said, right? And then after when he leave, they like him. I don't understand. That man
no, but
when the Prime Minister hired him, you didn't like him. But when the Prime Minister did hire him, you didn't like him. And now the Prime Minister don't want no part-time, you don't like him again. That makes sense?
I never mentioned that, you know.
Man, go from here. Man, go from here. Go from here.
He tried to switch on the whole narrative.
Yeah. Because when the Prime Minister was saying Gary Griffith was the greatest thing on earth, you were saying the same thing.
Correct.
And now the Prime Minister saying that his biggest mistake, that your biggest mistake too. Because you don't have a brain of your own. You understand?
I said here right on national radio, in the 9 years under the PNM, the best thing they ever do was hire Gary Griffith. And the best and only thing they ever do good.
Good afternoon, friends.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, sorry. This man could lie so much. You hear what he said? 100 incidents took place with legal firearms, right? Come out in the open and say it. I don't know if you all saw the thing with Arnold Roberts early on when he showed the live sport up pages up in the air and his name wasn't mentioned once, and he tell them only come outside and mention his name in live sport. You understand? Let them make some money. These people are so wicked. Why we don't focus too, Rowley? Let us find out about this fake oil. Why you close down Petrochin? And we're not selling Petrochin, Rowley. Petrochin is not yours. We're going to stand up for that. And we need support. Everybody have to come out. You understand? Look at Shackville. Look at Shackville. That man owing so much. That water park owing Wassa so much money, and the right of that man loan. So then nobody should pay water rate again in Trinidad then. Because he pay his water rate. Look at amalgamated getting the contract for everything, right? Come and see, he was showing the guidance for the schools and everything. They don't, when they ask the man from Barbados, the connection with, to just come and sell the marijuana products that they're going to produce over there, and they asked him if that amalgamated connected with Trinidad. He said no comment. There's any man say no comment. The wicked. Everything, and this JMMB bank, the Jamaica bank here, right? That's in the Jamaica. We have to watch this closely. People watch what they're doing, right? Try to analyze the situation. You understand? And look at the Mecca. Look at my movie town. That's supposed to be a cultural area. That is where we have the calypso shows and so on. Look at the part in the airport that the 1% get. That's supposed to be for culture. People, we have to wake up, and don't forget this thing with the money that's missing. Alwari, imagine a man shot himself and went and hide a gun and come and said, I'm going to change that same Kumutu place they're talking about there. That's the man who they say exposed, who's alleged that exposed the situation with Alwari throwing with the gun. He shot himself and went and hide the gun. Look, they could not find the gun and come and sit down on a chair. And everybody fine with that. But let's wake up and let us activate everything possible. They're lucky that Trinidadian peaceful, I know. They're lucky. Anyway, only take care and keep awakening the people around me. Raccoon and Sally Bay, wake up them people up there. Chingo, down in Palmis, wake them up. Get your support.
Thanks very much, caller. Thanks very much. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, gentlemen, good evening.
Good evening.
Boys, I'm going to tell you what I like with fanatics. Where you just say just now. When Rowley had when the Prime Minister had Gary, people love Gary. When he say he don't like Gary again, Gary is the worst thing on the street. I know used to say that is one of the best decisions, or probably the only good decision that this government ever made. Yes, the man used to talk a lot, but at least he used to do something. Right now we have a puppet too similar to Biden. She just did. You could tell the lady just taking instructions. Right? But they fine with that. It's like the Prime Minister could just wake up one morning and just tell them anything and they just running 100 with it. regardless if it define all logic, if it define all reason. But they fine with that. The country could be going to hell in a handbasket, and they fine with that. As long as the person who they just like, they. I heard somebody say something this morning, say, like, black people doesn't want nothing, boy. Right? Before they clamor for something substantial from this government, they're just content saying, well, yeah, we party in power. But that is it.
Yeah.
And they does want to take shots at the UNC one more before I go. And I'm not supporting, I don't know fan either, but they want to take shots at the UNC because of the little upheavals that time. But that is good. That is a sign of diplomacy there and let's call it, boy, when everybody getting a say now. It's not for everybody to just stand up on two party lines and if stripping is happening, just stay quiet. You have to rabble around sometimes to bring about a better change. I prefer that than everybody just staying quiet, being like gentlemen, and there's such nonsense going on in the party. You have a good one.
All right,
Thanks very much, man.
Look, young dancing a voice now.
Yeah, I'm going to play just now. Let me take some calls now. Hi, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, TC and Ravi. Let me tell the nation something. Gary, you know, says like the security minister and the prime minister. Gary trained in one of the highest military academy in the world, San Jose. That speaks volumes. It's the best is one of the best. You understand? And that thing with the soldier, yeah, when they hit you, the man is a right-hander, shooting his head on the left-hand side as a right-hander until he commits suicide and can't find the gun. That's amazing, eh? It's a magical display of stupidity. You understand? But this other email gate here, when I hear it, I tell myself like part 2 of the email, you know. That is part 2 of the email because what he's trying to do is fabricate all the time because taking one piece of metal to cover another metal and using it all the time to cover another metal. But you see, when the sun shines, it will be bright on everybody's house, and when the rain falls, everybody's house, and people getting wiser, and they're seeing it. As I told all you before, it are people calling the program to humbug the program by delaying tactics. And if most of them see their name on the wall, it's like Chinese writing. All your brothers have a nice evening, get home safe. That's my 2 cents. But when you check the man profile, he trained in San Jose. The man is one of the best we have in the country at the moment. You understand? And that is one of the military academies that, I mean, if it's the best, is one of the best in the world. Trust me. Have a good evening, gentlemen. Get home safe.
Thank you very much, caller.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Evie. Good afternoon, TC.
Yeah, what's up?
After 9 years, right, TC and Evie? And Dr. Rowley supposed to tell you why he delivered into the country, how much job he create, how much road he fix, that he's supposed to campaign on. How he campaigning online, boy? And we taking that, boy, brother, boy.
Yeah.
God bless all the boy, TC and every boy, free healthy conversation we just have in the evening, boy. I feel to cry, boy, us, boy. Thank all you, boy. Thank all you 2 brothers, boy. Thank all you. Bless.
Thanks very much,
yeah.
man. The phone lines are crazy this evening. Hi, good evening, welcome.
TCNFE, the number 1 program on our evening, boy. That is what we talking about. What's wrong? All they can sing how much, all they run for us apart. All they have to them to deal with for the next 5 years. All they take that in all the government.
I have no problem with that.
That what you call to say?
I don't know who have a problem with that. You understand? It's not I alone will have that to deal with for the next 5 years.
I want to know.
You understand?
You, your children, your wife, everybody got to deal with that.
Exactly, because all they playing a football match.
Yeah, like
so after 90 minutes, you can run on the field and say you win.
Yeah.
You understand? But you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. Provide, try to provide now. You know? That is all I would tell you.
Hey, Kitty Amendara is a coward boy. I want to come out so bad and come out of Parliament and see what it say in the report. And let Gary deal with him breathless. Yeah, son? But Gary come back now, way. Try your best and sure you can come back now, way. Trinidad and Tobago need a new super grover, way. Come back in now, way.
Yes, well, good afternoon to you, Heavy and TC again. Well, it looked like some of your callers is the dunce because I didn't bring that story. Remember I say that? I read it from the article, right? I didn't bring that story. So I just bring in what is out there. Thank you.
Young dunce, the reason why I call it young dunce is because you cannot bring a murder statistics of 1 year and compare it to say that because of that particular year when Gary was there, right? It's good enough reason to say that he didn't do a good job. When the man call here, the man talk, and we lay out all the statistics. Don't pong for pong. Murder wasn't the only one.
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying? The man talk about public trust in the police service, getting rid of broke elements, all these things, every single thing.
Yeah.
But you want to base on one article concerning the murder rate of 1 year that Gary Griffith was the commissioner of police. And you want to justify that to say, well, we want to say that Gary not a good commissioner of police because of that? How many murders was under earlier tenure? Why you give me an article with that? Come on, man, you're being facetious.
In the words of the Prime Minister of the Republic, people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid.
Same thing as they be saying on the PNM Neanderthals. There's only no to answer. They can't carry on a dialogue. Look at what he come out and said. 5 years again at the PNM. But this 5 years of suffering for you and your family too. All they gain it, I mean, all they get 10 times worse.
Let me take this call. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Yeah, one thing I can tell all you. If all they want to suffer, that is all you know. I suffer, you know. If all they want to suffer, that is all you because all you talking suffer talk. Or none of them suffering. I'm sure about that. Take that another judgment, PNM forever.
Take what in judgment?
I don't know what you want me to take away judgment.
I don't understand him.
Boy, you got brain. You become a dunce when you're reading things and you're not understanding, boy. And I was going on with you. You reading things and you are really investigating and understanding what it is going on. That's why every time you call on your radio, you're just making yourself look like a fool. Sit down and check yourself now, man. Sit down and check yourself. Think about what it is we saying. Think about what it is we reading.
496.
Think about what it is we looking at.
496 number, you're giving very good contribution. But every time you send a voice note, we have to raise up everything in here to hear your voice. So check your phone, check your volume, check how you're talking in the phone, check your microphone. Something wrong with your phone. When you said the lowest voice notes in all the voice notes that just come in here. Right? Please. Do something about that now.
Don't respond to the young man. He has to read the whole article. I just finished reading the whole article. And I think what happened, just like how people listen to respond, he read and see what he wanted to see, didn't understand the article, and take what he wanted to take out of the article to justify his analogy and opinion and so forth. That's okay. But the article went deeper than what he's talking about. It wasn't even, I think the title captured him and he didn't finish read the whole article. So, and I'm not going to read it and break it down because me and a body teacher, I have one child and he is very smart. He could read this and break it down for himself. And the young man, he seems like he could read. So I need him to read the whole article.
So young Don see we have somebody researching and make you out. You ain't reading the whole article, you're picking away one time place, you're reading it here. You feel they're smart.
And she sent the article.
And she sent the whole article.
Look the article.
Yeah, she sent the whole article. I want to read it and put it in a place.
What she sent the whole article, she don't play. She sent
She
the whole article.
sent the whole article with the man.
Look at there.
Yeah.
Joel Julian.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent the whole article. Look, the entire article here. She doesn't play now.
You're picking out things from the article and play talking.
Yeah,
Watch.
and it's a very long article. I don't know how. He only read one little piece of the article.
One line in the article.
And said,
"Yeah,
I'm reading this out of the Guardian." And Joel Julian, look the entire article here. Why did he only read that little piece? Real good.
You come in sideways and make you out. You're paying them jockey short showing. You becoming African.
It's sad to know that.
They love you brand new Africa.
It's sad to know that he only read a little piece of the article. Hi, good evening, welcome.
You see how this show don't like so?
Caller. Oh God, stop calling just to answer instead of call and make a label contribution to this. Caller, listen. You see the up and down bacchanal, we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
You see the up and down bacchanal, we don't do that here, caller. Call and make some sort of contribution that people can listen to, you know.
Yeah,
instead of just bacchanal and all and them and all.
Take that in all you take.
Yeah, we don't do that here. You've called twice and I allow you. I will not allow you to drag this program like that. We don't do this here.
We don't do that here.
Call.
From 5 o'clock here, from 5 o'clock in the morning, straight up to 3 o'clock in the evening.
Anything you have to give us with knowledge here, we are willing to listen to you. Anytime you see, look, they just call this fella Young Dance. I've never called him Young Dance, right? But I just still play voice note because he's still putting up a fight.
Yes.
Right? And he's still going somewhere and read something.
Yeah.
You calling with a set of bacchanal like you can't read.
Yeah.
You're calling and it's something really dance.
Yeah.
It's all this why it's called dancing. You know why? At least the youth man
reading article,
he putting up a fight. He listen to Gary. He putting up. But you calling, all you calling about is bacchanal. We don't do that here. If that's your contribution, go in the morning with that. Till we come in the 4 o'clock and then you could go and take a run. From 4 o'clock, go back, you could take a run. Go and wash down the goat pen or go and do something in the yard. Do something. But we don't do that here. That is not our program is built on information and thing. Right? We don't do that here.
I think this program too intelligent for you.
Hi, good evening, welcome.
Fellas, from the one that youth man name,
Huh?
From the one that is the youth man name.
From now on that youth man name. All heavy baptized youth man.
Oh God.
Heavy baptized.
I didn't like him though. I said I was trying to change it, but he didn't give it up, boy. Oh God.
All right, let me play his. Well, all right, let me take this one. Hi, good evening, welcome. Hello, good evening.
So my contribution is viable.
Because you're only here for bacchanal, caller. If you're here for us to discuss, we discussing.
What you want to discuss?
Anything you want to discuss, we discussing. You see, once you start talking about KFC or this one or that one, we don't do that. We not on that.
Nope.
But you must tell KFC bring some good contribution.
Oh gosh, you see, you're going back there again. You're going back there again. And then cut you off. Bye-bye, because I'm not taking a call again for the. Don't call back. I'm not taking a call for the rest of the evening.
See, not giving up, boy.
Yeah, I'm not taking a call.
He calling about KFC don't give good contribution, but he ain't giving no good contribution.
So, all right, so KFC are giving good contribution. So you so dotish, you following KFC. You making dotish contribution too. So let me just say KFC really making dotish contribution. All right, I go sure I can do dotish too. Well, lead by example now and make some sensible contribution. Why are you studying KFC contribution? We have about... For the evening here, we nearly had about 200 callers, right? But the only person you could speak about is KFC contribution.
And to me, KFC call for the evening? KFC call?
Yeah, but why are you even studying KFC out of everybody contribution? You're studying KFC contribution. Why all you like to go down in the... Why so you can't speak about nobody else?
Well, I can read the whole article for all you see. It will take up all the whole show, right? But the main source of it is under Gary Griffith's tenure in 2019, there were 485 murders. That is the facts.
But Gary Griffith's tenure was more than 1 year. Why you pick on the worst year? It was hey, wow.
Right,
Gary Griffith's tenure is more than 1 year, young dance. He was there for about 3 to 4 years. His contract was 3 years, I think. You understand? You pick out the worst year. And I'm going to go back and watch the statistics. Get me that year when he did not come in. And his tenure started in August. So which means you cannot say, well, from January to August, you're counting them murders there. Yeah. And when he come in, they say that he murders. You understand?
I don't know more why because
I was trying to teach young dance.
He knows better. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Blessed evening again, teacher. I wasn't coming in wrong. But you see baby dance? I have to attack him. Yeah, why? Yeah. Every NTC, one of the years it have 613 murders, you know. You didn't see that one?
No, you didn't see that one.
In the year it was to 613 murders. All he's seeing is Gary Griffith, but he's now coming in, transferring from one commission to the next. 480 something. The rest was 3 something, I think 4 some again. And all baby done seeing is, hey, he's not baby done to them. He's baby Bartaya. That's baby Bartaya.
No, don't give that.
Now, right? We cannot call him Duns. We calling him baby Bartaya.
Yeah, don't call him Duns. I rather
that's me. Let me don't call him Duns.
I rather that.
Yeah.
I rather that than say.
Yeah, let me don't call him baby Duns. Yeah. Because we hoping it change. Yeah. We hoping it change, right?
Yeah, baby
so
Bartaya.
Baby Bartaya.
Yes.
Yeah, baby Bartaya.
He get baptized today.
Right.
Mova
right?
Defender.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Mova Defender, thanks very much. I like that. Yes,
yeah.
No, I rather
baby Bartaya get a PhD for that.
No. We calling them baby Bartaya. We working on that. Yeah, man. We calling them baby Bartaya.
Baby Bartaya.
Good evening, brother. Heavy on TC, UNC and proud. That researcher fella who is does to be proud of PNM, right? He did read the article under the street light, but what go on that street light is have a time on every 10 seconds is go off and come back on. So that is all he read, and he don't understand to read him to explain. So that is their problem. But as others always say, when you teach parrot what you want them to say, they will repeat what you say and nothing new.
Look, Miss Atlanta said, this is from the article. There have been some positive changes in the crime under Griffith's tenure. So how didn't say that?
6 months of 2019, CAPA statistics state that these were 5,475 crimes reported to the TTPS. For the comparative period in 2018, there were 6,944 crimes reported. There is no denying that Griffith has a difficult job. In fact, it may arguably be the most difficult job in the country.
Okay. So and that is just snips out of the entire article that we boy read.
Yeah, but he picked
right?
out that one.
He picked out something else.
Yeah, TC heavy, the man wet. You have him wet. Yeah, he called back again. He ain't thing full in the background. You understand? You have the man wet. Yeah. So they have the man wet. Great program. By all you doesn't know when all they call him here in this program is conscious talk, is intellect talk. You understand? Is documented facts. You understand? You see all the PNMatics, all they just fully dunce. That man, you caller, I let you know you're fully dunce. Go and pick up a book. If you don't like the program, go and pick up a book and educate yourself still. You understand? Because you're fully dunce, bro. Come on, man.
Caller, good evening, welcome.
Hi, good evening, Heavy.
How are you, darling?
This voice sound familiar.
Figure it out.
Miss Bartaya? Miss 6th Avenue?
Not Miss Barta. Don't do that. Catch yourself.
Stop doing me that. Stop doing me that.
Don't do that, Heavy.
That's where 6th Avenue is.
No, it's just Miss 6th Avenue. Right.
I'll get
nice program today. Yeah, that's called it. I just got to say nice program. I'm enjoying it. Who fully dance? Who Little Barataria? Oh my God! All I'm married today. Nice program. Nice program. And as far as for Guy Griffith, all wrong. He was the best. He had crime under control. At the end of the day, nobody just don't want to work together to fight the crime. It's only politics and politics games. But at the end of the day, Rowley need to come off of his high horse. Of his high horse, and we try to fix the country because crime on a rampant. Nobody not fixing that. And Guy Griffith is a big man to say that's how he's still willing to go back there to fix the country. Run that plus to he. I enjoying all the program. And Mr. Heavy, stop saying Barataria. That is a big disrespect.
Yeah, that big disrespect, Heavy. Big disrespect. That's 6th Avenue.
All right, enjoy your day.
Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
I was said.
I look to listening.
Yes. Hi, good evening. Welcome.
I want to hear Miss 6th Avenue.
Hello, good evening.
Gary Griffith.
I tell him don't call back.
He called back.
Hello, good
afternoon.
afternoon.
He real hot today.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, good evening. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon, TC and Heavy.
Yes, good evening.
I ain't no big fan of Gary in the sense of his personal affairs, right? But when he was the commissioner, I endorsed that he was doing a good job. However, we still need to pull down the white-collar crime. All right? Have a good evening.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And this is not the Gary Griffith fan club, so I am not expecting anybody to be a fan of Gary. This is not the Gary Griffith fan club. But if the man did a proper job, right? And you could have feel it on the ground. Oh gosh, don't take away what the man do. Don't do that. Don't do the man that. This is not Gary Griffith fan club. If he's somebody inside there to pump him in the handball and Gary, it's not about that Heavy. If the man did a good job, don't take away that from the man. You're wicked hour.
You know what hurting me with them kind of dotish talk? Gary called here and give statistics of his performance.
Exactly. He give you the number.
You walk out on the street and ask anybody right now, any young person who's the best commissioner of police they ever know, and they go tell a Gary Griffith. Right? He have the facts and record to show. But here it is. Only supporting a prime minister and a government and a party that did nothing good for 9 years, have no facts and statistics to show what to do good for the past 9 years to elevate other lives in this country. And others still fanning that. Others the biggest fan for that. Others so fanning that others calling you to defend that. Others no shame. Eh? You don't have to be a fan of Gary Griffith, but you could say that based on the facts. He was the best. One of the best commissioners ever passed through. And in the Senate, he had the statistics to show it. Public confidence grow in the police service. What confidence, Gary, Dr. Kid Rowley make people grow from the public in Trinidad and Tobago? Only for Natic supporting that? Yeah. Who have confidence in Kid Rowley?
And then is the irony in it Heavy because when Keith take him a UNC, Keith take a UNC man. All they want to go there?
Yeah.
He take a UNC man.
And made him commissioner of police.
All they didn't have no problem with that. All they love him then.
Yeah.
The same UNC man that all they hate now.
Yeah.
All their prime minister take him and give him.
And you know what the hurtful part is? The fire a man who performing and put somebody who not performing.
Yeah.
And to add insult to injury, the person who not performing and had what the highest murder rate in the tenure. Yeah. Right? They give them a next year to not perform and next year to renew the contract and not perform. Or they reward incompetence. Or they reward Neglect. No performance.
And then how foolish and you see how foolish we are Trinidadians heavy. So all decide here what? We need somebody to come and give her some advice.
Yeah.
All didn't look in Gary direction.
No. Matter of fact, he offered his advice for free. You know what I say?
The Prime Minister don't have to deal with him there.
No.
Is the commissioner have to deal with him?
Correct.
So here what? If you really wanted to fix this, here what? That have nothing to do with me. Right?
Yeah, it's up to Ula.
Ula, you pick if you see Gary fit as the person to come and help the situation, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Because it's for the benefit of the country. You go ahead. Go ahead and do what you have to do.
You know what you say? You're not going through that. You don't care for my people that are dead.
Wow.
But all they call it to talk about that, you know.
Yeah.
All they call it about here's the Gary Griffith fan club.
Yeah.
Eh? It hurts a lot to know that all the Prime Minister do crap.
Yeah.
And doing stupidness.
And come back to say
come back to talk as that thing and trying to validate vilify the man and going in parliament to talk as that stupid about attempted coup and SSA and all kind of stupidness.
The man come here and said in his tenure 2,000 a year heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy 2,000 a year, you know?
Yeah.
In 365 days, the man gave out 2,000. That's very good.
That's real good. That performance.
Besides all the holidays and all the days that he had to go and beat the road and everything, this man still have time, still find time to give out 2,000.
You realize, right? When we were talking about Ula and the next commissioner, the commissioner here now and the former commissioner.
He didn't even drag them.
He didn't drag them.
No.
He said they are just more
corporate. They're more corporate. Yeah. In other terms, they more for behind the desk.
Yeah, behind the desk.
They more. But he is a grown man. He like that.
The man said that. He said that he's not an office man.
He said this where the crime situation is.
You need a Rambo, a James Bond, a Jason Bond.
Yeah.
You ain't need no body behind no desk.
No.
Right? And the thing is, all what he said fly over all of them head. Young Barataria.
The man didn't drag nobody.
Man only called
the
in.
Man still hold the police service at high esteem.
Yeah.
He said there's very good officers.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the police service. What the police service needed somebody to guide them in the right direction.
Wow.
So what them trying to call here and talk about we Guy Griffith fan club? Them at the hall.
Let me play them boys. No, they quick help me.
Harry and TC already leave young Dons alone. He is part of the PNM education system. He went to school in August, right? Have a good day. Harry and TC. I wouldn't take Gary to be she deputy there. It will show she up for being incompetent. Right? She will be very incompetent if she do that.
You say, and nothing new.
Yeah, but I never rate up Ola, right? But only rating up Gary Griffith as if he lower down any murder rate, right? The murder rate was going up under Gary Griffith, right? Okay?
Heavy, leave him, because he'll get frustrated.
TC and Heavy question for the listeners who complain about Gary Griffith. In 2022, I believe it was 2022, your murder rate or death toll was 599, or I think it was over 600. I can stand corrected. What was the problem then? Was it Gary the problem, and he not doing a good job either, even though he was not the commissioner? I just want to understand the logic of how people thinking. We keep going back when Gary was, but Gary been gone. Gary been gone since 2021, or in 2024, and the death toll is rising. I think you guys are at 298 right now. Let's say 300, right? And we are in July. The year is not done. Is it Gary's fault still? We keep talking about in the past. We have to talk about what's going on right now, what is being done.
All right, so I think we have a few minutes to go, so I can take two calls quickly. Hi, good evening, welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening, welcome.
I just want to give a quick analogy.
Could you load down the radio in the background, please?
Right. I'll give you a quick analogy.
Quickly.
Right. If, let's say, a pastor of a church, right, found them in some sort of folly. Now this pastor used to do all kind of mission. He helped so much people in the church, and they found them in folly. Like he interfered somebody, child, something, and they get rid of that pastor. And then after a couple of years, that pastor wants to run back another church. Would you give the pastor a chance? Based on the past performances, all what the good he helped people do.
I really don't know. I really don't know what you're speaking
about. One wrong that he did.
Anybody that is doing wrong out here, brother man, right?
Had to be arrested.
Had to be arrested, and that is the end of that is the end of it.
Pastor interfered that child, why not in the jail? How he can come out the jail to come back and be a pastor?
Again, yeah.
Well, look at that people on jail for murder and interfering people churn out on jail right now.
Caller, you see your conversation and your analogies all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah,
I come to bring an analogy. I come and bring a good analogy. I understand what you're trying to do, but first thing first, if any wrong was done, somebody's supposed to be before the courts and in jail. And if you're trying to bring an analogy to compare to Gary Griffith, then Gary Griffith, why he not in jail and why he not locked up if he did wrong?
So what's going on? That's under investigation. Isn't the case under investigation?
Did you listen to the conversation Gary Griffith said?
Is Gary Griffith under investigation right now?
No, he's not. No, he's not under investigation. No, he's not under investigation.
Okay.
No, he's not. Is Gary Griffith under investigation? Do you know that? Hello? You see, you're going because Gary Griffith is not under no investigation. And he could call us back and tell us we wrong.
Yeah.
Call us back and said, what you're saying there, you're wrong.
And where you get your information from?
Because Gary Griffith is under no investigation. None. None. In that whole thing that I read there in the parliament.
Yeah.
Gary Griffith name never even pop up.
Oh, God. Oh, this we are buying into this crap, you know.
You have just about a minute, quickly.
Yeah. And the only guy investigation, he was investigating him, Dr. Rowdy, and he. That is, yeah. And TC, I don't know if it's a freak man or whoever I call him, man. I want to thank you for saying that when Dr. Rowdy select a man who he alleged was trying to kill, shoot, murder journalists in this country. He gave him more powers.
Yeah.
He alleged man was the kill with Dr. Mudila and them.
All they go and give him power of commissioner.
I want to tell them, all who say Kingsley was asking questions, I want to tell them, in the words of Dr. Rowdy, today, yes, me and Greg Griffith is friends. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. I want to make it clear again. So I know the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We gotta go.
We have to go. We
can't play that voice today.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow we'll be back here, same place, same time, same place. You want to play 496 also? It's 3 seconds.
It's 3 seconds. So, yeah. Alright, so it's 3 seconds, 13 seconds, 3 seconds.
And instead of them suggestion box, why you let them put out a 1-800
496
and go out on the field and see what's going on and try to do something?
It's not the phone line, look what Timmy for same is.
That is what make Gary the best of the best.
That one come out loud. All right, thanks so much. We out.
We out. Till tomorrow.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of The Street 919 FM.
As we transition into summer, we continue to talk